Sorry about that. I was handed the file and I didn't know the paperwork had been completed. You all could have been done hours ago.
Oh, hours ago?
Yeah, I just say that so you can feel the gravity of
I
the
know.
situation. And then it'll make you think, wait a minute, what time is it? All right, court is calling 2023 CR 9298, State of Texas versus Cecilia Ashley Cortez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Jesse Sepulveda for Cecilia Cortez.
And are you Ms. Cortez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony.
Yes.
Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication, and there's to be restitution to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes. Your Honor.
State?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, and I see there's not a number that's mentioned for the amount of the BCSO restitution. Counsel, if there is a restitution amount determined by probation and you think that amount is inappropriate, you can always come back.
Thank you.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the agreement. State is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 4 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State Exhibit number 1 with all of its attachments.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, state, you may continue to confer.
Thank you, Judge.
Showing you what's entitled waiving consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, only that you follow the recommendation. Also, I believe my client is financially challenged. She's got 4 children.
3.
3.
Yes.
And she's a single parent, so she has to support them. I believe she just recently got a new job too. Is that right?
Yes.
How much are you making?
It's 12 an hour with tip share.
All right, so here's the thing.
It's, sorry,
Court reporter cannot hear you.
I'm so sorry.
If you continue to
12
whisper,
I'm so
wait,
sorry.
stop. If you continue to whisper, she's not going to be able to take down what's being said. And if she doesn't take down what's being said, it might as well did not happen in court. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So make her job easier by speaking up so she can hear you. All right. So you were asking her about employment?
Yes. Please repeat what you said about how much you make.
It's 12 an hour plus tip share.
Are you working 40 hours a week?
It's 30.
30 hours. You have 3 children you support?
Yes.
Judge, we're just asking, do you consider probating or all or part of the fine?
Okay.
That's all I have, Judge.
So how old are your children?
9, 11, and 14.
And where are they now?
They're at home. The 14-year-old is watching the 2 younger ones
Okay.
because it's school break. Winter break.
Who helps support you with your children?
Pretty much their dad, kind of,
Mhm.
just for child support. It's like $240 a month.
All right, where are your parents?
My mom lives in Boutique and I don't have my dad in my life.
All right, so do you have any other support system?
No.
All right, where's the rest of your family?
I have family in Kansas and family in Missouri. Other than that, my aunt lives in California, so
All right, why were you speeding?
I didn't realize I was speeding. I was just going a few miles over in
Well, they're saying a high rate of speed in the police report, so I personally don't,
8 and a 20.
28 and a 20.
Yes.
Oh.
I was about to get on the highway.
All right, and what's with this cocaine business?
It was in the car. I'm not sure. I just bought
Okay,
the
see,
car.
now your
I had
voice is
just
trailing
bought
off.
the car. I'm sorry.
So you're saying you bought a car and there's cocaine in it and nobody says anything? Is
I
this
didn't
Miami
realize
Vice?
it was
Hmm?
there. I didn't realize it was there.
Yeah, but where they found it, what do you mean you don't realize it's there?
It was on the floor. That's it.
Well, you're driving.
Yes.
They said, while I was speaking to you, I observed a 3-inch by 3-inch baggie that is commonly used to carry illegal narcotics in plain view. I observed the 3-inch by 3-inch baggie that is commonly used to carry illegal narcotics on the front driver's side floorboard, right next to your right foot.
Had made a bad decision.
All right, so why don't you start by being honest with me?
Sorry. I'm just
If you're drug tested today and know you're going to get drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
not sure. It's
What do you mean you're not sure? What could it possibly be?
and not sure. I'm sorry. I'm like panicking because I'm sick and I don't feel well. I'm not sure.
I mean, well, what have you used in the past?
I had smoked weed previously.
All right, and what else?
I had used cocaine.
All right, so weed and cocaine. Weed, cocaine, and a 9-year-old, 11-year-old, 14-year-old don't go together.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, I mean, you need to apologize to your children, let them know you're going to do better, because what this means, if you're using marijuana and cocaine, one, I don't know where you're getting your cocaine from, but I know marijuana, usually people will, not from my personal experience, but from what I've seen in television and from having previous clients as a defense attorney, usually with marijuana, people don't mind giving you that for free. It's puff, puff, pass. And maybe next time you bring some marijuana. But cocaine, usually it's free the first time, then after that, people charge. So you've been paying for cocaine instead of doing what you need to do with your children. That's a problem.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's a problem with you coming to me and being dishonest. So we're going to pretend like we're just starting our conversation now. When you're drug tested today, what are you going to be positive for?
Probably cocaine.
All right. When's the last time you used cocaine?
Over the weekend.
All right. So we cannot have that.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you right now, what's going to end up happening right now is Child Protective Services is going to be called
Okay.
so that they can get some help for you.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine.
Not me trying to take your children away from ever, but it's me trying to make sure that your children are taken care of.
That's fine.
And so she's going to remain in court till somebody comes over to talk with her and get her in some services through Child Protective Services and check on the children.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. There's a $1,500 fine. That's going to be probated. There's going to be restitution, if any, for drug testing to BCSO. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. And probation, that's just going to be until Child Protective Services gets involved, because somebody needs to look in on the children. This is not a civil court, so I can't take your children away from you or do anything of that nature. CPS will have to do their investigation. There's going to be 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once she completes parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed to be satisfied. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation. Follow TAP recommendations. If TAP recommends inpatient treatment, though, we're going to start with intensive outpatient treatment. If they recommend outpatient treatment, we're still going to start with intensive outpatient treatment. And counsel, I'm assuming this is her only case.
She had a prior, Your Honor, about maybe 4 years ago.
All right, what was that prior?
I believe it was a possession of her gun, from what I recall.
All right, we'll do a referral to felony drug court. There should be regular random UAs. We're going to do sober meetings.
Judge,
Yes.
you wouldn't consider holding the felony court, the drug court in abeyance and see how she does?
No.
I know she's working. I know she's got these.
Oh, they will work around, that.
Okay.
Okay. So sober meetings, 90 meetings in 90 days. And let me just tell you, the reason why I'm not going to do that is because you've had a prior drug case, right? And then you're driving with cocaine in the vehicle. You're being dishonest with me. And when people are in their addictions, they're being dishonest. So you're not even at the place yet where you're on the road to your sobriety. You're still in the throes of your addiction. And I know, and you know, that even though I'm gonna lecture you and tell you not to do it, when you leave this courtroom, you get on probation, you're probably gonna end up using. All right? Don't want that to happen because the last time you use could be the last time you use. I know you don't want the 14-year-old crying because his mom is in the house, got some bad drugs and passed out and he's trying to do CPR. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so there's going to be sober support meetings, 90 meetings in 90 days. Probation, is there any proof of employment within 30 days? There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Probation, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. I'm serious about the last time you use, maybe the last time you use, and you don't want your children trying to figure out why mom isn't home yet, or you end up overdosing and your child has to try to do CPR for you in the house. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so just have a seat. We're going to see if we can get somebody from Child Protective Services to offer her services.
You do want another application for deferred?
Yes, if you could, because I didn't see that in there.
Judge, she also has a warrant out in this court, which is supposed to occur.
Oh, we recalled it.
Okay,
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
All right. Hi, Barbara, I need your help. Could you all, excuse me, if y'all can move down to that end? Court is calling 2023 CR 9777, State of Texas versus Joshua Garza. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Allie Jackson for the state.
Defense?
Bridget Garza for defense.
And are you Mr. Garza?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Garza, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
Showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we are waiving the enhancement and we are proceeding on the lesser included of assault bodily injury.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right. Did you understand your charge? The state has agreed to proceed on the lesser included offense of assault bodily injury, married or cohabitation. That's a Class A misdemeanor. The range of punishment is up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow that plea. If for any reason the court does not follow that plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
All right. Are you following along?
Yes.
All right. Did you understand by entering into this agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Right now, on the
All right, you need to say yes or no.
Yes.
All right. And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 1 year in the Bear County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Garza, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, married cohabitation. They're recommending deferred adjudication. There's to be the BIPP course and an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes.
Did you understand that to be your agreement?
Yes.
Defense,
Yes, Your Honor.
state,
Yes, Your Honor.
showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the agreement. State is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, no harmful or injurious contact with Abigail Gallardo. Did you understand that those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offense of assault, bodily injury, married cohabitation, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
State, any evidence?
State offers State's Exhibit 1 with all attachments.
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, have you had a chance to speak with the complainant?
Yes, Your Honor. Her primary concern at this point is for any sort of substance abuse treatment, and she says they have a good co-parenting relationship right now.
All right, you may continue to
Thank you
confirm.
very much.
Going to show you what's entitled waivering consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Everything silent?
Did you understand
Yeah, yes.
that you have a right to jury trial? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Again, do you understand you have a right to remain silent?
Yes.
Again, do you understand that you have a right to have your attorney or yourself cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we're asking the court to follow the recommendation of the ADA. He does have a stable and place to live. And it's my understanding that he has an electrical license that will expire next year, so he does plan to work as an electrician.
So you said he has a stable place to live. Is this with her or someone else?
With someone else.
Okay. And how old are your children?
He's one.
One? All right, do you have someone who can act as be the person for visitation?
Myself,
No, I mean, is there a grandmother involved, your
I
mom?
got my mom, sister.
All right, because at this point in time, until he has some family violence courses under his belt, I'm not gonna do the no harm for injurious contact, because I've read things in the police report that are slightly concerning, but we will see where we are. So is alcohol the only issue with you, or are there anything else going on?
That's the only thing.
All right, 2 years deferred adjudication, the BIPP course, affirmative finding of family violence, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, 80 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once he completes parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be no contact with Abigail Gallardo. Field visits 1 time per month for 2 months. And thereafter, it's at probation's discretion. There's to be regular UAs. Make sure there's testing for alcohol. TAP evaluation out of custody. And follow the TAP recommendations. If TAP recommends intensive or inpatient treatment, we're going to start with regular outpatient treatment. Yes. And 90 sober meetings in 90 days. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Garza, is there anything else you need from the court? I'm sorry?
No.
All right, I'm going to tell you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you. You're gonna have to start doing better, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, I have a question.
Yes.
At what point, hold on, Joshua. At what point will the court entertain the no contact to be switched from no contact to no HOI? Because the victim is okay with a no HOI.
All right, once he's had at least 4 classes for the BIP, the court will consider.
Okay.
But I need that, and I need for you not to have tested positive for alcohol or any of the drugs in that 4 months' time. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you.
All right, and LaShawn, somebody's supposed to be coming down to speak to Ms. Cortez.
CPS.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Done?
Yes.
All right, thank you.